Guys, we got the keys. Hi, my name's Issei. We talk ceramics, art, and interiors on this channel. Welcome to the new studio. Little context here. Some of you might remember that the very first studio I started in was in my home apartment. Very Harry Potter style, under a set of stairs, could barely stand up. It was mostly hunched over most of the time, but it fit a wheel. Fast forward a couple months later, I moved out of that apartment into another apartment, and we had an extra room with a generous corner, basically 2 walls, that turned into my ceramic studio. Also have a video on that. But the other side of the room was basically a music studio. So it was pretty hard to keep everything dust free, and it's just not ideal working from home. I didn't have a kiln either. Then in the fall of 2023, I moved from Canada to Spain. And in the last few months, I've been searching for a space to work from. And this place popped up. So I visited first time, even though there's some areas that are pretty beat up, pretty old, definitely gonna need some work. I really like this place, but I was still hesitant to trust my gut on it. So I waited over winter break, came back early January to see it a second time, and I fell in love at second sight. So a little history on this space. It's in a building dating back to 1935 that's on the ground floor leading onto the street with beautiful tall wooden doors. I believe there hasn't been any activity in here for the last 13 to 15 years. So I'm really excited to bring some life back into this space. Now, speaking of renovations, there's definitely some original features that I'm going to keep. The first thing is the ceramic tiled floors. In the photos on the listing, they didn't look that great, but when I visited the first time, we poured some water on them to see what was under the dust, and turns out they're in great condition. They have a bit of patina to them, a bit of age to them, but I kind of like that. And they're this beautiful deep red color. Second thing I mentioned was the wooden doors. They're super tall. They still look like they're in great condition, so I think I'm pretty much just gonna wipe them clean and keep them, for as long as possible without having to change them. Third thing, it's not really something I'm gonna keep or change, but I did want to mention is how tall the ceilings are. They're 3.70 meters. Some other little details, there's these little light switches that are super old. I don't think they work anymore, but I'm gonna try to keep them just because they add to the charm, and I just feel like it just shows how much history has been in this space. Then there's also a couple walls that have some of these old bricks. They are very common in this area in Spain. We might keep some of the exposed bricks. And then some walls under the paint that's kind of falling off, there's these patches of red and gray and almost green. Then there are a couple things that aren't that cute that definitely need to be redone. First thing is the washroom. It definitely looks haunted. We also need to bring in some water. There's currently no water coming into this unit. Then second, there's a back window, which I was really happy to have. It just adds extra light, but it's oddly placed. It's really high up, and it's a really old window. So I'm gonna see if we can change it. As daunting as it seems to have to start from scratch, do all this renovation work, and how long it's going to take to renovate, I also feel like it's such a great opportunity to make this space much more personal and bring some life back into, this abandoned space that hasn't seen life in so long. And to turn it into an inspiring space that you want to work in, that you want to be creative in, and who knows what will come from, having this space. To say that I feel grateful sounds like an understatement, but I feel immensely lucky to have this opportunity to even just have a space, let alone something that's so close to what what I had hoped and envisioned. And I want to bring you guys on this journey with me. Who knows, maybe this can give you inspiration or ideas on like what you could do with your space. I'm really, really excited to be making this series. I'll probably be going over the floor plan soon, some of the inspiration mood boards that I have. Let me know if you have any questions or topics that I can cover as I'm going on this journey. It's definitely going to take a while. Renovations are due to start next week. Hopefully. There has been a lot of paperwork that I've needed to do. Thanks to all of you who have been following me on this journey since the very beginning. I've had a lot of fun making all of these videos for you all. So yeah, see you in the next one.